Hello and welcome back. And in this lecture, we'll add some more, additional features for equations. So this is what we left with the previous lecture, and in this case, like where F is the net force applied, and comma M is the mass of the object, and A is the acceleration of the object, right? So I'm gonna save this. I'll save this and I can compile this. Yeah, you can see that the lines gets indented, and probably we don't want the line in this line gets indented. You can go ahead and put slash no indent and press Ctrl S to save it and compile that. You can see this is not indented anymore. And if you take a look at it, like the F here in the equation is italics, whereas the M and A is also italics in the equation, but it's not in the text. So what you can do is you can go to that particular thing, and like the inline equation, you can wrap in between the dollar symbols. You can wrap in between the dollar symbols the text, right? And then you can say press by pressing Ctrl S, then you can compile this, then you will get exactly the replica of your equation, right? So exactly the F and M and A as in your equation, right? And another thing we can add it is like the space between, it's actually mass into acceleration. Say there's any space between the M and A, so if I keep a space in between M and A, I'll save this and I'll compile it. Even though I've kept a space, but you cannot see any space it has provided. So which means that we need to give additional space to it. Say slash times will provide a multiplication symbol. You can use asterisk symbol to represent as a multiplication symbol. You can see F equals to M into A. In this case, probably you can see the space between the multiplication symbol and the letters M and A, right? So this is how you give a spacing. But in case you don't wanted to provide this multiplication symbol, but you still wanted to give the spacings, there is a way you can do that. It's called thin space slash thin space. Say give it a slash thin space, that will give you a very thin space. You can take a look at this here, something like that. It is a very genuine way of giving a space in between the elements in the equation or something like that. Supposing you wanted to give some definite spacing, then you can give h skip 0.1 centimeters. So this is a skip between M and A for 0.1 centimeters. So you don't see any difference from the previous thing. But if I increase the spacing, say to 5, then you can probably take a look at the improvement in terms of spacing. You can see it's have a huge space in between, so that's not I want to achieve. Or you can even use h space also, but the nomenclature or the syntax for h space should be a little different. You have to wrap up the stuff, the numerical stuff between the flower brackets. In this case I wanted to have it say 0.1 centimeters. I'm gonna give a h space of 0.1 centimeters, and it will give you the same. But this is not certainly a good way of doing it, but instead you can give it a thin space itself. This will be this will be very useful when you deal with the other elements in the equation. That will be focusing in the subsequent lectures, but as of now, just give thin space. That will be very good. Yeah, so this thin space, that looks promising, and that's the end of this lecture. I hope you really enjoy this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.